Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be using a classic. It's going to be the Mercedes-Benz 190 Evo at Tokyo Expressway 600 with its engine swap. So if you want to go ahead and skip to the engine swap process and the parts, all that stuff, plus the setup, you're more welcome to do so. Or if you want to stay behind and just watch the step-by-step process, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. I do, however, recommend that you just stay back here and just see the step-by-step process. That way you won't miss anything, and just to make sure you actually do have everything correct for Tokyo Expressway 600. Now, for some reason, this particular tune does not help you out at Tokyo. I would highly suggest you just keep the car and the setup and use it for Le Mans, because this car is going to be very quick, and surprisingly, due to its age, it's going to be also pretty flexible too. So without no further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode. So starting up first off the plate is going to be on how to find the car. This car is at the Legends Car dealership right now. I think it was recently dropped sometime either yesterday or Saturday, so it's still fresh in the game still. The cost of it is going to cost you about 250,000 credits, and if for some reason you do miss your opportunity to get this car, the next time it comes back into the game, the price will be actually lowered by a little bit. But there's the stats on the top right of the screen if you're curious on what the credentials are for this car. And I just say really recommend getting at least 2 or 3 of them, because this particular car is actually pretty fun. Plus, it's a very iconic classic DTM car as well. And that's how you find the car. After you get the car, we're going to go straight into GT Auto to add in the engine swap. Now, this particular engine swap, of course, is going to cost you about 340,000 credits. And judging by the engine swap, it's going to be a really, really good swap. Now, you're going to gain some weight back from the engine itself, but looking at the stats, everything else is in the blue, so this is going to be quite a pretty big upgrade overall. And the PP points is going to be also increased by a good bit, and there's still a little bit of room for us to play with to add in some more parts to this car before we actually get into Tokyo Expressway 600. Now, in order for you to buy a swap, you have to be at least collector level 50, which is this top number right up here. As you can see, my number is already capped out at level 70. So with that being level 70, I have the easy perk to get that engine swap. If you're curious what that engine swap is from, it's actually from this particular GT3 car. Now, let's say if you're not yet level 50, you can always go to your garage, go to your Tune Parts, and see if you have this particular engine. Now, this is just for example, but if you actually do have that particular AMG engine, just make sure you look up the word compatible, make sure it's lit up a little bit, and if you do, just click it, select it, say yes to install, and you'll be able to have a free swap without having to be level 50, just in case if you do have it. Here's the livery that I'll be using for this particular race. You can actually add it to your collection, or you can do this. If you guys like to follow me in the game, here are the instructions right here. Just go to Showcase, search my name up, click on a car with a livery, which is a custom style, which I do sometimes build. Click on my profile picture, click on the user page, and then finally click on the blue follow button. And just by doing that, you'll be able to follow me in the game. That way you have to go to my news feed for any liveries that will help you out. I went ahead and actually made this livery. Actually, I thought it turned out pretty good. So if you want to go ahead and search it up either in Showcase or at GT Auto, you can add to your collection if you want to. You're more welcome to do so. This was actually a pretty fun livery to make for this car. Now, if you do not want this particular livery, but you instead want to use the parts that I've used for this livery, it's totally up to you, and I'll be able to share those parts with you. Start off with the rims. Here are the rims I have for this particular car. Just copycat what you see on the screen right there. After you have those rims, here's the front bumper. It's going to be type A. After that, it's going to be this rear bumper, type B. As you get that installed, the last part is going to be the wing. It's going to be custom wing set, and that's going to be all the parts you'll need from car customization. After you get all your parts together, we can now look up the final step, which is going to be the setup. As you can see, there's our engine swap to the far left. It's going to be pretty basic overall. Sport hard tires. I did not add any suspension to it. I did not add the differential to it either. The only thing I did change, however, was the downforce. As you can see, the front is 99 points and the rear is 330. The fully customized manual transmission set to 330 kilometers, and that is going to be it for the first page. So like I said, it's pretty simple overall. After that, the other part of the page is stereo angle adapter with increased bidirectionality, and that is literally it. That just shows to prove what how that powerful this engine swap is and how much points it takes up for it. Plus, I just went ahead and just added some downforce to the car just to help out with the handling. As we make our way to the race itself, the question is going to be is how good is this car? Well, this car is actually going to be really good with the swap. Once again, I have this particular gameplay on the replay camera mode. If you're curious on the fuel situation, luckily for this particular build, once again, just like it was on the last episode I covered, there's no need to really pit for this particular race. The tires should hold up nicely and strong, and the fuel itself, you should not have to worry about getting fuel at all in this race. But if for some reason, let's say if you're an automatic user and if you actually do rev a lot in this particular engine, then you might have to occasionally have to map your fuel, maybe to map 2 at some stages of the track, or map 3 just for a little bit. But in this race, of course, I'm using map 1 with the manual transmission, so I'm actually manually changing gears, which actually helps out to limit the unnecessary revs or RPMs for the engine. As we make it through the halfway of lap 1, we're going to make ourselves a pretty nice move on the Impreza right here. We got ourselves in top 5, and then later, a couple quarters later, we are going to make our way around the GTR. We're just trying to figure out where to pass it. We don't want to put ourselves in any unnecessary risk to lose that sweet clearance bonus. We got ourselves a good run right here on this right side. We're going to try to attempt to make a pass right here, and we almost made it work. Notice up to coming this corner, I was like, I better back off, which I did back off. Got ourselves a much better exit and apex to that corner, and you can see the momentum. Pretty drastic change right there to our favor. We will then clear the GTR and then focus on both the 2 front runners, which is the GTR and the Elgin Supra and the Ria. As you just saw there, the Supra once again misses its breaking point by a long shot, losing a lot of time to the Ria. And actually at the end of the lap, the Ria actually had to tap the brake just a little bit just to avoid hitting the rear bumper of the Supra, which I thought was pretty interesting. So we're going to get a huge run on these 2 right here, and we're going to clear those 2 easily and get ourselves P2 at the end of the first lap with a solid 2-minute 20-second lap. And now we can set our sights on the race leader, which we will catch up to the race leader on lap 3. As you can see here, we're actually getting closer by each corner to take away the lead from the Honda NSX. It's just those 2 of us right here as we get through sector 2, which is my favorite sector in this whole entire track. We're going to make a lot of progress. As you see right there, we're literally right behind the Honda. We're going to get ourselves a nice run right here, take away that racing line from the Honda as well, and we're going to take the lead right here. And from that point on, we just basically just run away from it from the rest of the group. Fast forward now to what's going to be lap number 4. It's going to be our official hot lap for this race. I would recommend you just guys watch this hot lap, see what the car is doing, and I'll be right back to finish up the rest of this race. Alright, as we make it to the finish of this race, the car did very well, even though the tires were halfway worn out. Despite that, the car very quick, felt very smooth, and we got ourselves a 25:52 for our total time without making a pit stop, so that's actually is very quick around this track. So if you do have this car and engine swap, I would highly suggest giving it a shot for this track, just in case if you're still struggling in this race. And just like before, we managed to actually get ourselves a clearance bonus. We kept it out of trouble, able to stay on track, didn't make any contact with anybody. And that's going to be it covering for this episode. Now for the next episode, I'm going to be doing another quest build. It's going to be using the Dodge Viper at Le Mans. Particularly the user that requested this build never really was able to answer back what kind of model to use. So I figured just for nostalgia reasons, just go back old school and just doing the 2002 GT7 version. It's going to be quite special. I've actually went ahead and pre-made the livery as well. So I'll be very much looking forward to see what this car can do at Le Mans. If you guys have any suggestions, you're more welcome to the comments below. And until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day. And I'll see you guys later and take care. Thank you again for watching today's episode. Hopefully this particular tune has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If there is a particular build you'd like for me to try out or a different race, car class, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to put any suggestions down in the comments below and I'll do my best to do them. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. It would be very much appreciated. Also, leave a like and share it. If you know somebody personally that is still struggling to get a win at Tokyo Expressway 600, then you're more than welcome to share this episode and hopefully it will help them out. Until then, I'll see you guys later and have a great rest of the day or night for it might be, and be safe.